In today's video, I'm just going to show you some images that were just on my phone, and I think this was from Reddit, and it must have been an advertisement that somebody got on YouTube. 1 plus 2 equals trans, 2 plus 2 equals trans, and we got the pink and the blue and the 3 on the left side and the 3 on the right side. Maybe a 33 reference, who knows. And of course, people were going off in the comments trying to pretend like this isn't reality, but it is. The agenda has been really obvious for years now, and it's hard to be a part of any institution in America right now, or USA at least, and not feel the they them BS being shoved down your throat. For instance, let's say you work at a university or something, you're going to be hounded to put your pronouns and everything. And there may even be mandates. You may be mandated to, in your syllabus, include your pronouns. And I'm sure that that is for all sorts of different disciplines. You'll feel the pressure, and you may not have to, but your supervisors will do it. Even people that may surprise you. Oh, wow, you're getting into this pronoun BS. But a lot of more conservative people see this for what it is and how dangerous it is and how against the natural order of things it is to push, and poisonous. The way that it's forced on children is something that most people are most vocal against. And I guess I'll just share a story and then move on to the next picture. This video, I'm just showing random images that I had on my phone. But yeah, this reminded me of a story where somebody at Bible study, they were talking about how their middle school aged child was being influenced negatively and in this trans way. They came home one day with a pin that said they them on it, and they were explaining that their kid, they don't even fully understand the whole thing. The whole they uh because I think the daughter was like, because they got into an argument and the daughter was like, I'm not trans, but it's like that's not really what the they them is all about. And it it just shows you that at middle school this is a big topic, and things that are being pushed, and like using little trinkets like that, a little pin, the whole labeling thing, and making it cool. Because what this really came down to is that this girl is hanging out with kids, and the cool kids, all the cool kids are going to be they them these days. And it's almost like how 10 years ago or whatever, I don't know the timelines, but everybody started being gay all of a sudden, and you weren't cool if you weren't gay or bi. And these days, that's like not even interesting anymore. It's like everybody's gay at this point, and to be cool, you got to be they them or omnisexual or who knows what. Everybody. Although it's funny because I remember even way back in the 90s, there was this weird edgy girl who told me back then that she was omnisexual, and I was like, in middle school, I didn't even know what was going on. So it was one of those baffos will baffo any generation, kind of. They'll negatively try to influence their peers and talk about weird things that normal people wouldn't even know about. This was a funny meme. Science is lying. Evolution is a hoax. The earth is flat. I have no friends. There was a weird post about J.K. Rowling, and there were people mentioning that this looks really staged, this image. I mean, this person back here looks like they're doing a magic wand hand with their right hand, like they're holding a wand in it. And how a lot of people, I think, believe that J.K. Rowling, she's just like a figurehead that's taking pictures and that she didn't really write this stuff. So I just thought that was interesting that this was posted to Reddit, and it looks like a totally staged photograph. And people were mentioning that it was staged, but then you saw a lot of defenders in the comments too. They were like, well, the first book had already been published at this point, so of course they're going to take a photograph. But I don't know. I think that this is pretty good evidence that they're just there to take pictures and that they didn't actually write anything. Here we go. We got some transvestigation. I have a few different transvestigation related slides in here. I picked this slide because it's about how celebrities fake their death. Marilyn Monroe knew ahead of time that the character was going to be dead or whatever before. I don't even know. Was Marilyn Monroe like murdered or something? I don't even know. But they know ahead of time that their characters are going to be killed. Thinking about how Marilyn Monroe asked her makeup artist, Whitney Snyder, if he'd do her makeup for her funeral, and he joked, "Drop off the body while it's still warm and I'll do it," which she loved so much she engraved it on a money clip for him. In 1962, he kept his promise. "While I'm still warm," which would indicate still alive. So I thought that was a little inside joke. Today I learned when the artist arrived to record We Are the World, Stevie Wonder told them that if the song wasn't finished in one take, he and Ray Charles would drive them home. There's this like semi-famous YouTuber out there, and it's hilarious that one of the things that gets the most rage is she'll mention random conspiracy things sometimes, and it's hilarious to watch how much that makes people rage if you believe in certain conspiracies. It is so easy to make people get mad at you. And one of the things that she said that she gets the most flack over is that that Stevie Wonder's not really blind. And to me, that's so weird that people get so angry when they hear you accuse famous people of being liars or deceivers. I just don't understand coming to defend these people that you've never met, you don't know them, and yeah, it's just a weird thing to me that I've seen other people out there say, "Oh yeah, Stevie Wonder is not really blind," and they get so much hate for it. That specifically over like all sorts of other things that they could be hated for. Anyways, I find it kind of interesting. 32 years ago today, David Bowie married Iman. Is that really that person's name? I had no idea this person's name was Iman. Anyways, I just thought this comment was pretty interesting that followed this. Kind of shows reverso tendencies. I was lucky enough to see them for their 10-year anniversary when I was a host at NYC restaurant. I nearly fainted when he handed me his umbrella. She was so charming and did all the talking. He just smiled and let her take the lead. Oh man, demonic entity approaching. This is the new thing Britney Spears is doing. The last big thing, I think, was when she was dancing around with knives, and then she tried to tell people that they were prop knives, but I think it was pretty obvious that they were real knives. And now she's looking out here like a demon and being very grotesque. So I don't know. If there's people out there that still don't know about how demonic the music industry, not just the music industry, anything on the TV, the politicians are into the same satanic stuff. This was a hilarious. Looks way more feminine than Princess Diana ever did. Princess Diana is busted and is one of the most obvious, I believe, famous trans people. I think Princess Diana is just so obvious that there are transgender people out there that are famous. I mean, I think they all are one way or another. They're a part of the club. But certain icons on the world stage, I think they're as big as they are because they just exemplify the trans thing. It's like you have to be under a spell to not see what's in front of your face with the ones like Princess Diana. And I think that's why they're so heavily elevated. They just represent the system so well, the trans supremacy. Hope you enjoyed the video. God bless everyone.